Ryan, I hate to tell you, it's another Thursday night here on Thursday Night Barbecue Chat. And boy, I tell you, the computer things were going all crazy. I couldn't get in. Instagram wasn't working right. McAfee wanted me to do a freaking God blessed survey right at this time. It's like, can it really, does it have to be right now?
It's just called old age, Steve. Just saying.
Oh,
I just want to throw it out there.
It drives me and drives me insane.
It's a good possibility. You never know.
Oh, look at Wanamaker's Barbecue and Smoke Supply is on here. That's excellent.
Uh-oh.
Well, we'll see what happens.
All right. Well,
as long as we're nice.
Guys, welcome in. It is Thursday night. Thanks for coming out for Thursday Night Barbecue Chat. Terry White is already here with us. Hello, sir. Good evening. But before we get started, you know what we got to do. We got to pay the
bills.
Pay the bills. Our wonderful sponsors. Here they are.
Got the OG Bandits, Melinda's Hot Sauce, Spitfire Grills, Steak Ager, Southern Pride Barbecue Smokers, Genuine Chicken Roaster, Marble Ridge Farms, Wood Food Systems, and Smoky Woods.
Yeah. So what a thank you to all our sponsors. Thank you very much for doing all that and giving us making it able for us to broadcast across the airwaves, across America, and everywhere else. Yes. Wow, what are you doing? See, everything's
finishing my share.
Yeah. Well, all I can tell you, Ryan, is I'm Steve Crass. I am the host of this great show. I am with It's All About the Barbecue, and during the week you can find me at Wanamaker's in lovely, beautiful downtown Downers Grove. And the man sitting next to me, as always, looking dapper and distinguished, the chairman of the board, Mr. Ryan Hoagland. I like how you got the shirt hanging up.
I know. I was like, I didn't have time to put it on because.
Well, at least you put a shirt on. It wasn't like AK Barbecue being towards the end of the show last time.
That's true. I'm glad he was off screen. Nothing against the guy, but for the show itself. So
of course,
if you want to go back and watch an episode, you can check us out on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and also Spotify if you want to drive in the car and listen to us at the same time.
I like listening to me and myself in Spotify.
I'm sure you do. Anyways,
I do.
Enough about you.
I'm quite distinguished. So anyway, Ryan, so today we have a guest. This is one of my, he doesn't know it yet, but he's one of my barbecue hero type of people because he does a lot of great stuff. I've watched a lot of his videos on there. He cooks on all these weird contraptions and all this other stuff. And it's just, he makes it look so easy and cool that I want to do it. That's all I can tell you. So he's got to find a way to either get down there or he's got to get up here. But it is the Fire King, Mr. Al Frugoni. Hey, Al.
What's up, guys?
How are we doing, sir? Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming by and hanging out with us for an hour.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Hey, I'm telling you, dude, as I said in the beginning, as a barbecue geek, you're one of my like barbecue hero people. So I watch you do all that stuff, and it's an honor to have you on the show today. We could get rid of Ryan, but it's an honor to have you on the show.
No, the honor is mine, guys. Thank you for having me.
Oh, that's awesome.
So live fire. How did you get into live fire? I mean, how did it all get in there? How did it happen?
Well, growing up in Argentina, like I did, it's not an option, right? Open fire is everything we do there. It's actually the only thing we do there. Everything is open fire. Everybody has a grill. The asado culture, like we call it, is deep rooted in our culture. So again, it's not an option. You grew up eating asados at your grandpa's house, and then your dad, and then you start doing asado. Everything in Argentina is around the fire. So yeah, all my life I've been doing asado. I start posting with COVID, right? Nothing else to do, and during COVID we were shut down, and then with the help of my teenage kids, I started like doing videos and post about it, and I never expected to this outcome, right? Like that was a pretty weird time, and I have to say, COVID time. And then when I got all this following, and I was trying to sell open fire grills, right, just to get through COVID, and that was actually my main deal. And then I don't know, it's like, damn, this could be this could be something. So I kept doing it, and now here we are.
Here you are. You're the Fire King. You become a king just from those
No.
5 years.
No, I don't believe that. But yeah, for me, it's more like it's a very cool thing. Share your culture, that I love. Right, I grew up there. All my culture, to share it, to have the possibility to share it on the country that I choose to live, me and my family. So it's kind of the two countries that I really love, and have the possibility to mix them is a pretty cool feeling. I feel blessed. Yeah.
Definitely. I know you know this guy, Mr. Mike Starr from Blazing Star says it's not just a way of cooking, it's a way of life. Vamos.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my saying. I don't know who that guy is, but yeah.
I know he comes in every once in a while, so I do. Mike Starr. He did make a comment today that he was talking about some other show, and he said it was like one of the funniest shows he's ever watched or been on, and it wasn't this one, Ryan. I don't.
Oh, really?
How do I kick him out of the comments here?
Well, you kind of think. I mean, you kind of think that. I mean, everything started even in this country. I had to start over a live fire type of. Did we just like forget about that, or I mean, I think it's the coolest thing ever. But I don't. I mean, you would think everybody had basically used to cook over just a live fire.
Well, it's like how everything started, right? On the old days, right? That's how it started thousands of years ago. I think what happened in the U.S. is like people start getting more comfortable, trying to find the easiest ways to do it, and then here also, they cook the best barbecue in the world. So it's kind of like, it's not that it was missing, right? But I think it always was there, right? The open fire. In South Texas, they do it a lot. They never stop doing it, right? Um, but I think it's always there. I think now it's getting bigger, right? But the open fire is always there with the Santa Marias in California, with the whole hogs in those cinder blocks, right? The open
Right.
fire primitive way of cooking is was all the time. Now maybe social media makes it more visual, right? And yes, of course, it's getting bigger, right? I can see that. A lot of people are getting into open fire.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. I think it's the coolest thing. I think maybe it's because you're right. I mean, it feels like it looks so like wild. I mean, it's like wild, and because you're used to just either cooking on a kettle or you're cooking on a gas grill or you're cooking on, in a smoker or something. I mean, this is like, I watch your videos and it's like you're just throwing logs. You got these big racks with these animals on them and all this other. I'm like, man, this is some wild and crazy stuff. I want to do it.
Yeah,
So
it is.
I was just watching the video from today. It's like no grill, no smoker, just an open fire, no fancy gear. Just
Was it
a
the fence? Yeah, the fence
That's
one.
yeah. That's a YouTube actually. It's a YouTube channel. I'm very excited on my YouTube. I started like 6 months ago, and yeah, that's with YouTube. You have to get creative, right? Because it's and I remember I saw that a few times in Argentina. Is the gauchos? The gauchos are the cowboys, right over there, and
Mhm.
when they don't have grills, they just build a fire and hang meat on the fence.
hang it over the
So
fence. Yeah.
yeah, so that's a cool technique.
Everybody,
Yeah.
Eric says good evening, and then Mike Starr, I don't whoever this guy is, says
Yeah.
I think we need to bring it to Chicago.
I think you guys
Fire.
do. I want you and Mike to come up to Chicago and do a live fire somewhere, somehow, some way. I don't know how to do where we would go. I don't know if the store wouldn't be for it, but maybe.
I was gonna say I don't think you could do that one in the parking lot there, Steve.
Yeah.
It would melt the blacktop. But I mean, we could find a way to get one of the grills up here or something. Someone's got to have a live fire grill. I mean,
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I want to get down to the competition in Hondo. It's not going to happen this year, but unless
Yeah. Yeah, the meetup is a very cool event, guys. You have to come. The meetup is and again, it's more about the gathering, the get together, the meetup itself, right? Than the competition. The competition is something that we do. It gives us a purpose to be there, but it's mainly the reunion, the gathering of everybody, all the barbecue world. together. That's the cool thing about it.
I mean,
Whose
we
idea?
always say
Whose
it on
idea?
here, is barbecue's family, just bringing everybody together.
Yeah. Whose idea was the meetup? Was it yours or Mike Starr's, or was it?
Well,
Tony?
the first one that we did we did at my warehouse. That was like again, it was right after COVID. We get it. We did like the what I call the friendship, right? When you start like posting and you
Mhm.
start getting friends. So I met a few of the guys, but mainly all the people that we interact. We even talked over the phone. We never met, so I said like, let's do it. So we talked to Mike, Mel Schmiller, Dark Side of the Grill, Misty Banquero, Seattle's Butcher's Wife, Tony, TFTI, Marco, and another guys, and we put it together. And that was the first meetup. What 5 years ago? We were like probably 15. Willie, Adventures of the Fat Guy.
What
Big
about me?
super skewer and all all the
You heard him.
OGs.
He called you a fat guy.
Yeah.
Steve.
Yeah.
You're just jealous, is what it is. That's all it is, Steve. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's body by barbecue.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. I'll pass.
Pass.
So no, it looks like and Mike Stars, it said in the comment there, 12 to 13 guys. Is that what it is now, or is that what it was when you guys started? And now I would assume it's bigger than.
Yeah, no, now it's like now it's a huge event. It's actually the largest barbecue influencer and pit masters gathering in the country and probably the world. Last year we were like 140 in between, like but now like we have brands coming, like we have a bunch of sponsors. We have competition people coming. Taffy Stone came last year. Jess Pryles, Mark Lambert, and a lot more of people, influencers. Yeah, it was crazy. And this year is gonna be even more crazy. This year, Malcolm Reed is coming. Heath Riles, Jess Pryles again, Mark Lambert again. It's like getting bigger and bigger.
Getting bigger and bigger.
And this year we want to try. Well, they said yes. I don't know, but the last leg of the barbecue world. We have the sponsors, we have the influencers, we have the comp guys, and now we're gonna have the restaurant tours. Actually, I talked to Ernest Cervantes that he just won #1 in Texas with Burn Bean.
Burnt
The
bean.
restaurant,
Yeah.
yeah. So I talked to Ernest like 2 months ago, and I told him about the meetup. He knows the meetup because I invite him every year. But he said he was coming. Now that he's #1, I don't know. But he said he was he said he was coming. So that would be awesome if they can come. Like John Bates from Interstellar Barbecue in Austin too. Grant Pinkerton. I want to bring the last leg of the barbecue world, that is a restaurant tour. So that would be, yeah. This year is gonna be fantastic. Better. It's getting bigger and bigger.
I gotta find a way. It's in November. I gotta find a way. Ryan.
You have to.
You want to work for me, Ryan, and then
Oh, so you go, and I stay here. Okay.
well, we can hook up, with the video and everything. You can be here, running the control center, and I'll be there eating all the.
You can
watching.
you can do it over there, and a lot of the guys are coming and they're like doing the shows over there. So you guys can. We're gonna have a media sector, so a lot of people are coming, like bloggers, podcasters, and so they can. You guys, so you don't have an excuse now.
Well, in fact, other than the fact I don't have any vacation time left, but man, that might be worth it.
Are you letting your work interfere with your barbecue, man?
Yes. It's driving me nuts. Yeah, no, it would be great. God, I may have to find a way, Ryan. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Mike said it was the beginning of something wonderful, and even bigger things in 2026.
Oh, well, then maybe I'll wait till the 2026.
And then we got Ruben Big Room says, "What up, fellas? How we doing?"
Maybe I'll wait till he just ruined it for me for 2025, Mike. He said the bigger things are in 2026, so maybe I'll.
No, he doesn't want you this year. Yeah. I don't know what happened.
Don't come this year, Steve. Come next year.
Come see Ricardo Galindo at Barbecue Outfitters in San Antonio.
I'm sorry?
He said, Ruben Big Rome said, come see Ricardo Galindo at Barbecue Outfitters in San Antonio.
Yeah. we're cooking there tomorrow. Now I'm in Nashville. I just got to Nashville. We have an event tomorrow, a private event, and Saturday had to fly back to San Antonio. We're gonna be cooking for Rick Galindo's because he had a throat cancer. So we're like we're putting a and barbecue outfitters. That's a barbecue store in San Antonio. We're gonna be cooking there. So all the profits and everything that we raise, it goes for to Rick. So if you're in San Antonio area, come by. It's gonna be fun. Saturday at 11. This Saturday, 11 p.m. We're gonna be cooking picanhas, tri-tips, and choripanes.
Doesn't that sound good, Ryan?
Yeah.
I know Ryan right now is looking for the flyer for that event because I did see it.
Yeah.
I am looking for the flyer, but I wanted to at least get.
It might be on Al's Facebook page or something. I know I just saw it the other day.
I'm going to put barbecue outfitters right there.
Yeah, they have two barbecue outfitters. They have one in Austin, one in San Antonio. Is the San Antonio one? Rick actually works there. That's how we met. He's also a content creator. He's a great guy, super great guy. He has some seasoning line too. So yeah, so he's battling that shit pretty good. So I'm happy. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time Saturday.
Yeah, well, we wish him the best, and hopefully he continues to battle and fight that. Because
He got it. Seriously.
But so we had John Mann on last week, AK Barbecue Man, and he was telling us about the SummerSlam and the empanada. I think it was empanadas, right, Ryan? We're backing up on this.
Yes.
That there were different ways for what you're inside. Whatever's inside, you have a different way to fold the outside as to tells you what's on the inside. What's the code?
Well, it's we call it repulgue. How you close it is called repulgue, right? In Argentinian. I don't know if that's Spanish, but and how you do it, the design on how you do it is gonna show you what is the flavor inside. We kind of have some universal, like the beef one is the most popular, has like the most common repulgue, but all the restaurants and empanada places that they sell, when they give you your order, they give you also a flyer, or it's printed on the box, right, with all the that shows you all the designs and the name of the flavor in the side. So that's the only way, because when you order empanadas, and they're very popular in Argentina, when you order a lot, mainly when you're with a group of guys or a lot of people, right? Okay, how many you want? 4 beef, and you want some, chicken, and then you order, like, you put a big order, and then you get 40 empanadas, and everybody, okay, which one is mine, right? So then you go to the flyer, and then you know which one is yours, so you don't have to touch and bite every single one of them, right?
See, I'd have never known that. It'd have been like empanada surprise. Like you just grab one and it's what you get. It's like the box.
So it's almost. So are those kind of like wings up here? Like we have wings up here at Empan. You guys go out at you go to hang out. You have empanadas instead of
mainly you delivery, right? When you don't know, it's the same as a pizza. It works exactly like a pizza. Like when you don't want to cook, or you're like watching a game, or you're very purple. They're very popular when you on the job sites, right? In the office, that a lot of people order because it's very easy to eat, and you can eat it in your desk. So it's mainly for delivery, but but also you can eat it in restaurants too.
I'd
rather
have that almost than chicken wings, right?
I know. I was about to say, like, I don't think I've ever had. I've had an empanada from Taco Bell, like apple empanadas, and that was
that's the thing, because the Mexicans, a Mexican empanada is like a sweet pastry, right? Yeah. So empanada in Argentina means a different thing. So
I like Argentinian version better, I think.
I think I'm sounding like, definitely like in the Argentinian version.
I think probably that's the only thing we're gonna beat the Mexicans. Everything else they do so good. So I love Mexican food, but that's our mini
claim to fame.
Yeah, exactly. But
what's the favorite thing to throw on the live fire thing? What do you like to cook up the best? I mean, because I see you with so many apparatus.
Yeah, well, I like to cook. So the classic asado argentino, right? Argentinian asado. The classic Argentinian asado is like a meal with a different stuff, right? So you do sausages, and then you cook everything at the same time, but they're coming out of the grill. First the
Yeah.
sausages, and you make the choripanes, and then you're gonna another stuff, maybe some ribs, and then the big piece of meat, the one that takes longer. You eat like it's like a marathon. It's like a 3 hour, 4 hour event that you start cooking and eating and cooking and eating and cooking. So that's kind of like that's a proper asado. That if you guys come to Texas, I'll make one for you. But it's more, it's not just a meal, it's a whole day, or it's a whole experience. So if you ask me, I like to do that, like cook asado. I love to have people over, and for the first time, and I like to cook them everything, right, blow their minds, like I did with Mike when I met him. I remember in Texas. um I love to do that's my favorite thing to do. Like it's a multiple things in the grill. But if you ask me one thing that I love to cook, like just I have to pick one, I would say probably whole picanha is one of my favorite things. It's
I
so
love
easy,
that.
so easy to cook, so forgiving. You can put it there, forget about it, then come back, and it's done. Fucking listo.
Yeah. See, I
Just-
know I grabbed this one. I think this was at Smoke Slam.
Oh yeah, that was the smoke slam one. Yeah,
I love that knife.
Oh yeah,
nice knife.
those are beef ribs, right? Let me see.
I don't know. Looks
Oh,
like regular. Looks like
no,
regular.
sorry, I have to. Let me see.
I think it's just regular ribs. I think. Looks like you were doing something with the kids there or something.
Yeah, no, I think this was last year. It wasn't this year. And those are finger ribs, not the how you call it, back ribs, not the
Mhm.
short ribs. They're beef, but are the ones that they have a little meat in the middle.
That
You know
was
what I'm
just
talking
posted
about?
on May 6th.
Can you see it again?
Hang on.
Probably we're promoting the next event. Yeah, that was before Memphis, and we were promoting. Yeah, but that's the first year for sure.
Okay.
That's heavy. That's my son there, my youngest one.
Oh,
He's 14. He
can
was
he cook?
14 now.
Can he cook lights out too?
He's learning. Yeah, he's getting there. He's like, yeah.
That's nice. Yeah, I was looking at the whole grill itself, putting the fire in there and all the different apparatus.
Do you like that? You're
I
just
did.
amazed at my
I
use
was
of the
impressed,
English
Steve. I
language,
was really
weren't you?
impressed with you pulling out a bigger.
I wasn't even sure if it was a real word when I said apparatus, but it sounded really good and
Sounded
intelligent,
good.
so
I
I
don't
went
even know
with
if
it.
it's a real word.
I
But
kept a straight face so people would be confident that I actually came up with that was a serious word.
But I like the griddle attachment. Right.
Oh
on top.
yeah.
I do a lot of flat top cooking on a Blackstone, so
Oh nice. I love it. I love it. I like black stuff. I cooking on a grill on the open fire is pretty difficult. It's like I like to sear stuff, right? Just like
Mhm.
super hot. But if you wanna cook like a Blackstone on an open fire grill, that's extremely difficult to keep that temperature
right.
steady,
Yeah.
right? Because you have peaks, right? With open fire, you have peaks of super hot and then low and peak and low. So
Yeah.
so whenever I use a griddle, I like just to sear, right? Put it screaming hot, sear, and that's it. But I like the Blackstone. So I worked like 2 years ago. Yeah, man, 2 years ago I worked with this company that is called BBQ Guys. You know that website that sells a lot. So they hired me because I'm the open fire guy, and they want me to promote tag woods and stuff. But then we prolonged the contract, so then they sent me like a Blackstone, and then what else they sent me? Stuff that I never used before, right? And then I was like, I don't know how to cook with propane or something like that. And then I remember I did and I did a video. I remember, like, kind of joking, like, okay, barbecue guys sent me this, and it was a Blackstone, right? I said, at first I was confused, and I have a log in my hand. Like, first I was confused. Like, where does it go, right?
That's awesome.
Just lift up the plate and throw it down in
Yeah.
there. You don't have to worry about the.
No, but that said, I really like to cook like you said. Griddle cooking is pretty fun. It's pretty cool. And you can do a lot of stuff in the black zone.
Oh yeah.
You're
Yeah, I
not
like
limited outside. You can
I
cook
enjoy it a
anything.
lot.
It's pretty good.
So I was rushing to get here as I was just making dinner. So we just seared up some fillets,
Yeah,
fillets,
yeah,
and
I like it.
mushrooms and asparagus and potatoes and yeah,
Yeah,
Wow,
I love
wow.
my Buxton.
yeah.
Mike said the sweetbreads blew his mind when he was at your house.
He's such a sweetheart. No, it's
I mean, Grant Theo's barbecue in here. Mike said that they were beef back ribs.
Beef back ribs.
yes, beef
From-
breakfast. Yeah, the ones in Memphis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweetbreads are very good. Mike really like them. Sweetbreads is something that is. Do you know, guys, what sweetbreads is?
That's the balls.
No, no, they're not. No,
I don't.
but it's not too far. It's a gland. It's a gland that it has in the
Oh.
throat, and it has like that, and they call
Oh, it's kind of
sweetbreads.
far from the. It's kind of far from the balls.
Perhaps on the balls, the texture probably is similar, but kind of similar. But yeah, no, mollejas. We call it mollejas, right, in Spanish. And the crazy part is that, like in Argentina and some countries in Europe and South America, they're like considered like a super quality. How you say delicacy?
Delicacy. Yeah.
Yeah, because in Argentina is more expensive than the beef tenderloin by the pound.
Really.
Sweetbread is more expensive than tenderloin. Yeah. So if
Well,
if you're in
I don't
Argentina, you go to somebody's house and you see sweetbreads, oh, you say, oh shit, these guys has they have money, they're good.
I'm gonna go buy some sweetbreads, right? I'm just
Yeah,
gonna-
right. I
Just
can,
gotta
I can
put 'em
get
on
them
the
in
counter.
Italy.
I
They-
would have never guessed balls, but okay. Are the glands?
No,
Yeah.
the technical name is a thymus gland, right? Is the glands that go here on the heart.
Huh. Nice.
Interesting.
Well, if I don't tell you what it is, you'll eat it and you like it. But
Yeah, I'm better off not
I have
knowing.
to. I don't have to tell you what it is. That's it.
I'm better off not knowing it first.
Well, but I had this conversation before. It's about the culture, right? We in Argentina we eat the intestines too, right? And when you grew up with that, it's like so normal, right?
Right.
And for me, on the other hand, in Texas, in South Texas, also Louisiana, all across America, they eat crawfish, right? And for me, in my head, for me, it's a cockroach, and I think like, how these people can eat that shit? It looks ugly too, right? It's a mud. They call it mud bug.
Mud bugs, yeah.
Yeah.
In my
no, I'm
head,
not
it's like I can't believe they eat that, but it's like again. But then I said, well, but on the other hand, I eat intestines, so I can. So it's all
Yeah, when
it's all about culture, I think, right? I don't
when
know.
they do the crawfish and they suck the heads out, like, and it's like, oh,
Yeah, no, and you know how many times I was invited to those, right? And I always a gentleman, always I eat it. I would never like say to somebody that's cooking for me, I don't like that, right? I always like that,
wow.
but I eat like 25 potatoes, 40 corns, and one crawfish. Like
That's how I was raised. My father was born in Jakarta, Indonesia.
yeah,
So I mean, I was raised that it's put on my plate. I'll try it. I'll try it once. If I don't like it, I won't have it again. But I will try it.
out of respect, right? You always try.
Nope.
Yes. So we have a lot of crazy friends that they cook all kinds of stuff, right? The guys in Oregon, big. I don't know. If you guys know Big Super Skewer. He cooks alligators. He cooks bears. He cook a mountain lion. He cook like open fire, like do the cross like that.
Yeah.
Jesus, a mountain lion? What is mountain lion? I don't say it probably tastes like chicken, but what is mountain lion? I never even thought of eating a mountain lion.
Well, I don't know. I don't eat his, but I ate it before, and it tastes. I don't know. I don't like it. I draw. You know where I draw the line?
Yeah.
And it's more like a philosophical line for me.
Yeah.
I said if if they can eat you, I won't eat it. So that's my line.
That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good way to.
Yeah.
Pretty good way to go. That's the way I kind of look at it too. That sounds
Yeah.
like that's how I'm going. I'm using Al's line from now on when it comes down to
Again,
taste.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it out of respect. Like alligator, nah. Bear, no. Mountain lion, no. Shark, no. Like I don't know. It's again doesn't have any sense. It's a philosophical line.
But you'll try it.
But you
I will
try.
try. Yes, like Steven, our friend from Montana. He brought bear. Book. I eat it. We made a taco. I eat it. It wasn't bad
Yeah.
actually, but it's like
That's
black
good.
bear.
Oh, you should really try brown bear though. That's a whole nother.
Exactly. Crispy. Yeah.
Kodiak bear's probably thinner end of it.
Yeah, it's probably got a minty flavor to it.
Well,
Yeah.
Mike Star's got a comment there, Ryan.
Yeah,
I bring that up because
when I go to events, I usually sell more of Al's chimichurri than my own products. His chimi is a game changer.
Yeah. He's my best salesman out there.
where did that? Because that is on the shelf at Wanamaker's, both regular and spicy. You can find those on the wall at Wanamaker's at 1940 Ogden Avenue in Downers
I
Grove,
love
Illinois.
good chimichurri.
It's supposed to be really good. I haven't made any up yet, but I sell a lot of it. I haven't made any
Would
up.
have been great on my steaks tonight.
Yeah, the chimichurri is again, thank God it's doing like very good. People really like it. I think it has the two combination that it has the combination of the two things that makes a product successful, that is delicious, and it's gonna save you time, right? So
Right.
so that combo there is fantastic, because a lot of people that are like big chimichurri eaters, and like for example Malcolm Reed, he told me, dude, I used to chop. I love chimichurri. I used to chop veggies for hours to make it. Since I got your product, I never chopped a veggie again. So it's gonna save you a lot of time, and it's gonna taste very good, and you're gonna have consistency. It's always gonna be the same. That's pretty good too.
Is
And
it your recipe, or is it a family recipe, or?
well, yeah, no, it's my recipe. Actually, chimichurri is an Argentinian sauce. It always been a sauce. It was never a
Mhm.
wrap, right? So, I came up with the idea of doing a dry wrap. That actually, the story is like when I finally moved to Texas. I married a Texan 25 years ago, but I managed, I don't know how, to take her to Argentina. So we met in Europe. So we live in Argentina for 13 years, and then we moved to the U.S. But while we live in Argentina, we used to come to Texas every summer, right? That is
Mhm.
winter here, is the opposite. But then I started like fell in love with smoker, because again in Argentina we don't smoke a lot, so I started getting kind of obsessed about smoking, right? And again I came for 2 3 weeks. I could never learn how to do it. So when I finally moved to Texas, I started like smoking a lot, like smoking, try to nail it, and try to do that brisket and ribs and pulled pork. And then I started like experimenting with flavors. I started doing kind of like what I do now, right? But that time I didn't post it. I'm talking 10 years ago. Um, so one time I started experimenting with different flavors, mixing flavors, Argentinian techniques with Texas flavors, or vice versa. On one of those times, I remember I did a dry wrap to put it in a pulled pork on a pork
Mhm.
butt. So I did it, and it's pretty cool. It's super good. So I kept doing it, and one time I remember I did way more than I needed. So I had a lot of leftovers, right? And then I said, "Well, I should have thrown it away." Now, it's not that you smoke pork butts every week, right? So it's like, well, let me see this, and then I mix it with vinegar and oil, and
Mhm.
then I said, "Holy shit, I have something here." So it was awesome. So then I started doing it for myself. I used to have a big batch. I like to do cook for my friends, family. So I had every week we had people over, and I have a bunch. I did a few. I did a little, and then when I started with this crazy adventure of social media, start selling grills, I said, shit, if I can sell $2,000 grills, what if I have a $10 product? And then when I came up with the idea, okay, I should bottle this chimney that I made, and then Mike Starr, he helped me a lot. That's when we start like getting more connected, and me, that I'm an entrepreneur, I was like thinking about the processes, right, on how to do it. You can find a co-packer, who's gonna do the marketing, where I'm gonna sell it. I need a broker. So Mike was like, he opened my eyes. I said, no, dude, just fucking do it. Like buy the bottles here, buy the label, buy it here. The ingredients you have to buy it here, and you mix it. And then he gave me a lot of information that I use, and I started selling. And then he told me like, listen, just do it like that, and it works. Just find a co-packer and do all that. So, and I worked perfect because I start doing it, and people right away start buying it. First all my following, that they want to support you, and then we start like people that follow me, that own barbecue stores, right? And it's like, hey, do you do wholesale? And I was like, what is wholesale? No hablo inglés, dude. Like I didn't know anything about it, but yeah. So then I started, and for before, when I was trying to get a co-packer, right? Imagine somebody calling you with an accent like me, and no, I want to. Okay, how many bottles are you making right now? No, it's actually an idea. Pink, okay.
Yeah.
Call me in 10 years. No, so I couldn't find a co-packer that last actually listened to me. But then when I started selling, and then I said, look, this is my product. I'm selling this much. I'm selling online. I'm doing it myself. I need a co-packer. And right away, I found a super good co-packer, local to me, San Antonio. It's actually Fiesta. I can say it. Fiesta, Ballner's Fiesta is a big seasoning company here in San Antonio. Yeah, so that's the story. And then I started like selling to stores, and now we are like in big groceries like Publix in the southeast, HEB in Texas, Ace Harbor. We're like growing fast.
Wanamaker's.
Wanamaker's.
Yeah. I'm in just one branch of them. I'm waiting for the second and third branch to open. And
the Wanamaker's?
yeah,
I want to get one. I wish they'd open one down in Texas, and then I could be down there for that dang competition. Maybe they could just do a pop-up down there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love it.
Do a pop-up just for that weekend. Hey, let's open up a barbecue tent down there at this competition down there, just so I can see it.
Sell everything, yeah. Rich says, I love my Al Frugoni chimney. Mike said he's making some right now for his tri-tip.
Thank you. Many
companies have tried to imitate it, but nothing is like Al's chimney.
Wow, look at Mike. Mike is a good guy. When David from Melinda's was on, Mike was really good at pushing product too. I mean,
Mike is amazing, dude. I don't know why people talk so bad about him, because he's amazing, dude.
Mike Starr? Never heard of her.
Just don't ask him about one of those nights at the shed, because I don't think he remembers. I don't think.
We got Fred Robles says, hello guys, what's up, Al? Vamos.
Hey,
Fred Robles, nice. What's up, dude? I love Fred Robles, dude. He's a legend, dude. He's down in Texas. Yeah.
Fred, I gotta reach out to you again. I gotta get you on the show. I know I reached out a while back, and then I think you were busy, and then obviously my old age kicked in, and I forgot, and then I think I reached out again, and then I think I forgot, and then but we got to get you on the show.
Fred tried my mochejas, so he can say my sweetbreads, so he can tell.
Yeah,
he's a guy that appreciates good sweetbreads, mochejas. Yeah,
but I'm going to get Fred on the show too. I got to get him. I got to reach out again, and I tell you what, the middle 50s is not a great time for trying to remember stuff. That's all I can tell you, because it's like I think of a lot of great things, and then it's like 10 minutes later I can't remember. So
for your birthday this year, I'm gonna buy you a little notepad and pen to keep with you.
Well, you think I would use the phone, where I've gotten better at using the phone with the scheduling, and then I should use the notes section a little more than I do. But
Fred said, let's go.
Yeah. So for some reason, I think I still can remember stuff, and I fail.
Mike also said Fred is busy cooking world championship briskets.
So. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Johnny Cremines, what's going on?
So you have more than just the chimney now. I mean, because I've seen your videos, and you use a whole bunch of Al Frugoni stuff.
Yeah, we have the Timmy spicy. That I have another story for that for you. When I start, like in Argentina, we don't eat anything spicy, right? It's like
No?
except a few provinces in the north. Yeah, Argentina nothing spicy. So I learned how to eat spicy in Texas. But I remember when I was developing the spicy version, it's called extra spicy, right? So I started giving to my friends there, and they said, "No, dude, or make it more spicy, or take the extra out of the word, right?" Like,
Yeah.
because for me it was extra spicy, but it's not. But so I have the original, the spicy. I have the Texas salt and pepper that is 16 mesh plus sea salt. That is a perfect combo. That I did that wrap for myself because I love it, and that's and people love it. People love it. People absolutely love the salt and pepper, and then the salt parrillera. That's just sea salt. That is perfect for open fire grilling. Um, that's the one that I always use. But people, it sounds good, but it's probably my least one. But people, I think they need more education that product, right? Like it's just salt, right? People are gonna say, I don't want to pay $10 for just salt, right? But it's a perfect size of salt. Don't ask me why, because I don't have the explanation. But when you cook open fire, and you can put a lot of those salt, and the meat is gonna absorb whatever it needs, and the rest is gonna stay on top, and you never over salt it. Like you have bigger chance to over salt with a fine salt than that. So yeah, and then I have my newest product is the asado all purpose that again people love it. Yeah.
Mm. And they can get those. Are those only on your website or the? I mean, obviously the chimney and the spicy chimney are at a lot of places, but
Yeah.
the other stuff they can just get from your website. Then I'm saying.
Well, some stores carry all my product like Central Market, Brookshire. The HEB has my asado wrap and the originals because grocery stores sometimes they pick one or two or three. But yes, everything in my website or Amazon. Amazon. On my website they can find any product. Yes, alfrugoni.com.
Yeah, I was just looking at some of the things on there. I was like, I seen the all-purpose or the asado rub.
Yeah,
and they do that, and you do that all. And you do that wholesale though, right? Because I mean, if I wanted to just order it directly
sure.
from
Yes.
Frugoni, I could do that. All right.
Yeah, through Fair too, right? That Fair. I don't know if you're familiar. It's like a
Yeah, I am. I know it's out there. It comes to my age again because I'd have to open up a whole nother new account, and then I got to go through the whole process of name and the store's address, and then I got to find the tax ID number, and then I got to find all this stuff. Yeah.
So I know. So you start complicated with technology with the green bottom of the fax machine, right? That's when you.
That's what I want. I just want
That's
a
what the
fax
technology.
machine.
Okay, I'm using it. That's
Yeah, right. All this typing and all this other stuff, and I still got a Blues Hog thing. I gotta send in, and God, they're sending me all the W-9s and all this other stuff, and I'm trying to figure. I'm like, oh, geez, I'll just put it aside, and then of course, I forget it's there, and then
Yeah, it gets
I
lost.
feel you, man.
I just want to get it in and sell the stuff. That's all I want to do of it. But
Yeah.
I understand. I get it. There's paperwork and there's all that other stuff. Everybody's got to cover themselves.
No, but honestly, and again, it's not to do advertising, but that Fair thing is pretty. Once you do it, it's pretty convenient. It's like all these tools, right? They're gonna simplify your life, but
Yeah,
you have to do the setup and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that's a lot of people.
There's a bunch of people in Fair that I gotta get in there to order anyway, so I gotta sign up for them.
And as a buyer, I think you have a lot of benefits like free shipping and stuff, or
Steve. Free shipping.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's maybe if a certain dollar amount it's free, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, anyway, I know there's other people that are on Fair, and I do have to sign up for it. So
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that.
Me as a buyer, you have to be all like you have. I mean, as a product, you have to be all accessible in all platforms. Right?
Yeah.
But I have a team that does it for me.
I know. Well, see, that's the thing. I gotta do it.
I don't do it myself. I can't do it myself. Yeah.
I gotta do it. And it's just like, I don't know if it's the patience level to do it. I don't know. I just never had patience for filling out stuff, and it just.
Yeah, I think it is. patience.
And as
I
soon
don't
as
have
one
it.
thing goes wrong, that's just like my excuse
Done.
to just like, that's it, I'm done.
You know, Mike
Yeah.
said he needs to set up fair too. So maybe you guys can call each other and do it together.
Yeah, right.
Help each
Yeah.
other walk you through
We
it.
could, you know, hey, Al, are you coming? You mentioned Ace Harbor. Are you coming to the Ace show in August? Are you coming up for that, or did they not invite you? I don't know.
When is that? Is that in Chicago?
It's in Chicago, August 12th through the
Well,
14th or something.
maybe I don't know. I sell to Ace through my good friend Cosmo Q. I don't know if you met Cosmos Q.
Uh-uh.
It's a so
Cosmos
I
Q? You don't know Cosmos Q?
Oh, Cosmo Q. Oh yeah, no, I know Cosmo Q.
I was
Oh,
like-
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Sorry, Cosmo Q. Come on.
Well, that's no.
Now
I
you're
didn't
like my
understand
wife.
it with. I didn't understand it with the accent. Ryan's a little better with that than I
Now
am.
you're being like my wife, dude. Come on.
But
No, like, yeah,
so
no,
you do it through him.
yeah, because like it's a long story, but 2 years ago, 3 years ago, he recommended me to. He told actually it was pretty cool. He said, and I love Cosmo. He's one of my good friends, but he said to the main buyer of Ace, he said like, you know how everybody says they have the new great thing. Yes, okay, this guy has it. So he introduced me to the guy, and then I was just starting. I didn't have any capability or like you, right? I didn't have like the documents or how to do it and all
Right.
this information. So he said, like, listen, why don't he sell through me like another SQ? And then when he put all the paperwork, he goes directly, and that's how it started. But then it's such a it's such a cool thing working with cost, and I just kept it like doing that. I just ship it to him. I always whenever he ran out of product, I ship 1 or 2 pallets, and then he sells, and then another pallet. So it's pretty good. So to respond to your question, if Cosmo wants me to go, I'll go. It's always a good
I
time.
don't know if I've ever seen. I don't know if I've ever seen Cosmo there, but
Oh yeah, he goes every year. Yeah, he's big in Ace. He's one of the OGs. He has I think over 20 SKUs there in Ace.
you know,
He's one of the big guys.
I've got about. I think I've got just about all 20 on the.
Yeah.
He's got about 3 shelves just to himself because it's between the glazes and the rubs and the
Yeah,
sauces and then the injections and yeah, he's got about 3 shelves. He's got about 3 shelves just to himself. So, but
yeah, he's pretty cool. Yeah.
Mike's
But, yeah,
going to be there. He says he booked his flight and booked his hotel. He still needs to book his flight though.
wow, you can drive there, Mike. You don't have to fly there. I mean, it's not like a little drive
Actually,
to Chicago.
Actually, I'm going to Chicago in I think in a couple of weeks. They have the Keiki show. I don't know if you know the Keiki. Keiki's a big distributor.
Yeah, they're a big distributor up there. Yeah. Up here.
Keiki.
Kihi or Kehi, Kehi, it doesn't matter how you say. Well, if you're in the area, shoot me a message or something. We'll go to dinner or something. If you're in for a long time or if you're not busy, I mean.
Yeah, sure.
Steve will cook for you.
No, I'm not going to cook, but we'll go eat something. I mean, we'll go eat somewhere. I mean, I did cook on my Spitfire, Ryan. That's a whole subject for a different day. But
wow, that's what I was trying to get to. But
yeah, no, I did finally cook on the Spitfire. It's nerve-wracking. I'm not a big fan of grilling in an apartment complex because I just have this thing with smoking the people above me out, and it drives me nuts when obviously there's nothing you can do. Barbecue grilling or whatever, you're going to have smoke from the meat and all this. I feel bad for the people above me that have to put up with so I get all like, God, I hope I'm not pissing anybody.
Well, if you did it right and it smelled good, then that's all that matters.
Well, yeah, but still, I mean, you get all the smoke up on your balcony and stuff.
I mean, was it this?
Oh, that's nice. Gorgeous. That's gorgeous, though, Ryan.
Terrible.
It didn't look that good because it was the first cook and everything kind of stuck to the grates, and that's why I didn't videotape it because I was kind of excited to get cooking. I didn't like prep the grates right, and everything stuck to the grates.
I'm not going to break out the other burger.
No, not that stupid Flying Dutchman.
We did.
But yeah, Mike Starr's going to be up. Yeah, I mean, if you see if you can get to the A show, but whatever. If you're going to be in town next week for the Kihi show, then that's great.
Yeah, no, and I like the A shows. They're pretty cool. I like them. They're always very fun. I've been a few times in Orlando. I've been in San Antonio. They had it this year. I couldn't go. I was in Australia, but I like the Ace Hardware shows. They're always good.
Did you stop at Third Wave Barbecue while you were in Australia? They're in Melbourne.
No, I did not. No, no. I went to Midstock. I went. Yeah, it was that was a wild trip, man. They have a cyclone in when we got there. So I went to two meat stocks. They have one weekend to
Yeah.
Woomba. The other one is Bendigo. So I went for those two. But the first one was canceled because a cyclone hit. But they close. They canceled the event, but they closed everything, airports and everything. So I got stuck for 4 days with Mel Schmiller Jr., aka Dark Side of the Grill,
Yeah.
in an Airbnb in the middle of Australia. There's fucking kangaroos around. So I almost lose my mind. Mel is a good guy, but 4 days with that crazy dude.
It's
As
like
soon as
one
they
day.
as soon as
I
they,
get
as soon
it.
as they opened the from there we had to do like after the cyclone we had to wait like 3 or 4 days and then go to Melbourne, that is Bendigo,
Yeah.
and then fuck, they opened the airport and I said, Mel, fuck, where are you going? I'm going to Sydney. So I went to where are you going? Melbourne, I'm going to Sydney. Fuck
You
you.
go anywhere but here.
Anywhere but here, right? Yeah. Yeah. What did you think of cooking in Australia? Was it a whole different besides the cyclone? I mean,
No, it was pretty cool. Honestly, it was a great experience. I love everything about Australia. Before I went there, I'm a big rugby fan, so I love Australia. I love and being Argentina, being far away from everything on day two, so we kind of like relate to that kind of vibe, right? Growing in Argentina, you don't know a lot about Australia. So yeah, it was pretty cool. I really enjoy it. People are super cool. They love open fire. Uh, the fact that people knows you there and they talk about you, like, hey, yeah, the recipe that you did, and then me being from Argentina, cooking in Texas, and this guy in Australia knowing what I do, knowing my name, and talk about the recipe that I did like a month ago is mind blowing.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn cool. It's like, yeah, I really that was a life experience for me. And Midstock, all the people there are so cool, and the event itself is is something weird. I mean, it's something wild, not weird. It's amazing. You know what they have? They have bull rides. They have a boat competition like Panza. They have how do you call the long hair in the back?
The
oh,
mullet?
the
The
mullets.
mullet competitions.
That's you,
Uh,
Ryan.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no, not me.
not
No,
anymore.
mine's in the front. Party's not in the back; it's in the
Yeah.
front.
You know what they had? Medieval fights.
Oh,
Fucking dudes with armors and fucking stuff. They like killing
Al's in the
themselves.
back with this big fire cooking and stuff like that. Big chicken legs and this and that, and they're beating each other with maces and swords. God, that'd be like the perfect. That's
Yeah,
like the
no,
perfect
it's
outing.
wild. Man. It's
Enjoy
wild.
medieval times.
Yeah,
No,
it's
but I mean,
cool.
I want to see like real, like medieval, like beating each other up type of thing. I mean, not like to the death or whatever. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
not medieval times where you're doing like that.
Well, the fuegos grill, they look pretty medieval, right? They look like
Yeah.
a torture chamber more than a grill, but yeah.
No.
Yeah, that some of the stuff I see that stuff when you cook some of the bigger meats and they're all like spread out and on that poor thing cooking over that fire. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, what we did in Smokeland this year, actually, Javi, Big Habs and Tone, CFDI did it. They did the flying pork pedo. That's we did it the first time in California at Tone's house. It's basically a 50-pound pig, right? You
Yeah.
open it, you debone it, right?
Okay.
You take all the bones, all the rack, all the spine, the legs, all the bones,
Jesus.
and then you fill it up with rice and with like a kind of like a dairy rice, and then you make a porchetta out of the whole hog, and then you tie it, and then it's like a huge porchetta with a face. You leave the face of the pig. So we call it the flying pork pedo because it's like a torpedo. It's like a torpedo, but it's a pig. So
Could you find a picture of that, Ryan, if you
yeah,
can?
yeah.
But could you
Check out
imagine
my
that thing sitting on the table, the long round thing with just this big pig head on the front?
yeah.
That'd be
Tell Mike to send you a few pictures. It's the pork pedo.
The pork pedo, that'd be kick butt. So what
Yeah.
kind of? I mean, what to get into the live fire thing? I mean, you got some pretty elaborate, cool stuff. I mean, what's the basic person if they're looking to do the live fire thing? I mean, what
Okay, that's a great question because I think in America we still needing entry level, good quality, decent quality grill, right? Below $1,000, because that's a lot of people are like uh, are are willing to pay, a reasonable price to start doing open fire to see if they like it, right? Because a lot of people are like you, right? They're like very impressed. They feel very attracted to open fire, but they don't want to spend $2,000 and to see if
right?
they like it or not, right? So I would say for that people that want to try, I would say like try to find a cheap Santa Maria grill, those homemade kind of deals, right? Or if you can afford it, start with whatever your budget can and buy yourself a grill and start learning. Open fire is easy. I know people feel intimidated about it, right? Because you think about fire, right? But
Mm-hmm.
trust me, I feel that no, I know that open fire is way easier than smoking meat. I think smoking meat is way more complex than open fire. Open fire is more forgiving. You know what I'm saying? Smoking, you have, let's say, for example, a brisket, right? If smoking a brisket, you have to put it out at 203, and everything that we did it before has to be very, like calculated and precise,
Mm-hmm.
right? And open fire is not like that, right? When you're cooking you don't cook brisket over open fire, but if you're cooking a vacío or a big beef ribs or even a whole animal, you have a range of, you can pull it from 170 to 210 and it's gonna taste good. You know what I'm saying? It's like open fire is more forgiving, right? So I would say to that people, like, buy whatever you can afford, or build yourself one on your fire pit. Put your, the thing in the oven. How you say, the tray? No, the tray.
Oh,
The
the
thing
great,
that,
yeah,
The greats.
the
yeah,
greats,
the grates of the
oven
oven,
great.
right? On the oven, just grab your words on the oven, take it outside, put it on
I
a
mean,
fire pit, and cook there, right?
I
Just
mean,
start.
obviously, Al was cooking on a fence. It's not like you can find it. But what do you think about? I got a question to ask you only because I sell it because I thought it was pretty cool looking. And what do you think of the Brio fire, the live fire
I
kind
like it. I like it. I like the Brio. I think it's pretty very good quality. Uh, I didn't try. You're talking about the open fire grill or the fire pit grill?
No, the open fire. They came out with. I mean, obviously, they always had it where you could cook over their fire pit, and
I
then
I
last fall
I
they came out with that
I
more of
never
an
tried.
open fire. You haven't tried that one?
I didn't try it, but I think they're gonna be. It's gonna probably is gonna be a challenge to regulate that heat that you have, because one of the things about open fire that you have to be able to control the heat.
Mhm.
That's what I always said. You need to be in control. Your grill can be in control, the fire can be in control, the wind can be in control. You have to be. So you have to be able to, take that fire to low. That's why the Santa Maria is so good, right? Because you can, is it too hot, you put it up. Is it too low,
Right.
you put it down. And then you have to have access to the the charcoal, right? To move it
Mhm.
around or to push it to one side, add more, take it off, right? So I don't know about that one. Actually, what I actually like is when actually I'm in Nashville right now, at my friend's house, Derek Wolf. His page is Over the Fire Cooking. And he has a grill that is called Fire. He
Mhm.
just came out with that grill that is awesome. I like it because I use it when I use it in a Honda, and he's a big open fire guy. I don't know if you have it. You know what I'm talking about, right?
No, I haven't. I haven't seen that one. But Ryan, are you going to find a picture of it for me?
Well,
I
but
only have
you,
the. I only have the Brio one because I thought it was kind of a neat. I mean, it's $8.99. I thought it was a neat little entry level for people to try. Like you were saying,
okay.
it's like like you were saying, it's like you know you get all geeked up at this stuff, and then but you don't want to. You may fail at it, so you don't want to spend a ton of money. And I figured this one wasn't a bad way to start with it. But if Ryan can find it, but I've seen some of the other stuff, and your stuff is just so cool looking that it's
Yeah, no. Again, tag with the brand that I use. Actually, there's so many good things around, right? I want to mention everybody, but again, like Fire, like Derek's product is awesome. Brio, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I like that price that you're saying.
right.
I need to try it. I know the Brio guys. I'm gonna ask him to send me one so I can try it. But then you have the Argentinian grills, Nuke, and the other one that are like kind of like they're good too. I think that I don't know. There's a lot of different ways of open fire cooking as well, right? You have the Argentinian style, the fire pit style, the which are the fire tables, and then you have like asador style ones. So there's a lot of different ways to do open fire as well. So I would say the easiest way is like that buy a grill. Try not to spend a lot of money.
Right. Yeah.
If
Because
you're if you're not if you're not sure, and then you can start cooking. But I have to say this because I interact a lot with people that buy grills, and then when they use it, and then I see them become experts on doing it very fast. Uh, what I know is when you start doing open fire, you never stop. And that doesn't mean that doesn't mean that you're gonna stop smoking or you're gonna stop doing blackstone, right? It's not gonna replace anything that you do. It's gonna add to your knowledge
to
and to your grills, right? But everybody that started doing open fire never quit. Actually, because it's like Mike said at the beginning, it's a way of life.
Right.
It's not just cooking. You're like having a even if it's just for your family and one friend, right? Just the fact that you're cooking and you're watching your fire while you're cooking and you're cooking your protein and you're like watching it open and feeling it, manipulating that fire, right? It's such a cool experience. And people
What?
and we are primal, right? We love to do that. So it's like you connect with your ancestors. I don't know. I don't want
Right.
to get crazy, but it's like open fire. It's like that, right? And not only you're not gonna stop doing it, you're gonna pass it around to your neighbor, to your friend, to your son, right? Like, yeah,
This
What?
looks pretty.
What
This
did you
looks
find
pretty
it, Ryan?
neat. I found this one.
yeah. That's it. That's it. Yeah,
Just this, but
it's
then I
almost like
found
a
this
little-
one too that just shows it a little bit more. I mean, the everything you can do with it. There's so many
no,
different
it's amazing.
attachments,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I mean, it's definitely a multi-use. There's a video. I can't get the video to show up on here, but there's
Yeah,
a
no,
video on
it's
there.
no, it's
pretty-
incredible, and I use it, and he again, he's a great. Actually, Derek, he's one of the guys that inspired me to start posting. Derek is I'm so glad I'm his friend, and I'm in his house right now. But I look up to him when I started when I didn't even post. I like just like what to watch people food on the internet, and I was watching him, and I was like very inspired because I said he was the only one that cooks like me, so
Right.
I love his content and then that's why he designed this grill, right? So he knows he has a lot of knowledge on open fire, so he designed it and the heat that he generates because again I'm not an engineer, I can't explain, but the bottom of the grill
Mhm.
has I don't know how he did it that with a little bit of charcoal you maintain and you keep that heat, and I was
Hmm.
pretty impressed with it when I cooked for the first time with that.
So here's
Yeah,
a bigger question for you. Do you feel? I mean, obviously we've just talked. I mean, we know that live fire has been around forever and a day. Obviously, do you feel like you've helped or are part
Yeah.
of the reason live fire has come to the forefront because you've with out of just having a pandemic and this and that, and then you posting the videos that you've kind of brought live fire to the fore because I think it's the coolest thing ever, and I don't know. I mean, I can't even
Yeah.
explain why. I just think it's cool.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I would say I help. I wouldn't say that I'm the reason, but because again, he was here before me, way before me, right? Actually, Derek, he's been posting open fire for 10 years now, and a lot of guys are doing the same. I said I help. I think my style of combining the South American with the American barbecue that like called a lot. How we say it, got a lot of interest in about people like, dude, what the heck, what this guy doing?
Right.
Like, I think, and the cool grills that I use, I think they help a lot too. Like people sometimes, and I know people kept watching my videos because of the grill, not because of me or my my recipe. It was like, what the fuck is that grill, right? Like,
Yeah. Right.
I need to see that. So
I
yeah,
don't know.
no,
I watch the videos just because I think it. I mean, I think it's just the whole. I think it's kind of like you said. I mean, I think it's just that whole primal, whatever it is. I mean, it's
yeah,
just seeing the fire, seeing the stuff cooking, all you guys standing around. If it's just you or you have the ones where other guys are there, having this good time. Everybody's tending a different part. If it's like one of the big pit like things, and it just seems like I really want to. I like. I can't even tell you how many times on a show I said I want to get out to Al's place and cook with Al because I think
I
this is the
can.
coolest flipping thing I've ever seen in my life. And I'm not as Ryan will like to point out, I'm not a huge cooker, and I'm not afraid to burn the pea out of something because I'm trying something new. But I just think the
Exactly.
whole experience of it is fantastic.
Yes, it is. It is. Again, it's a different vibe, right? I think. Again, like I said before, it's about the process, right? If I have to compare smoking on an open fire, I think the peak of enjoyment, or the peak of, like, how you say, satisfaction when you smoke is the final result, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you slice on that brisket and you nail it, right? That's and you think, that feeling that you conquer the world.
Steve,
That's,
I feel
I
it.
think that's smoking, right? In open fire, it's more about the process.
Right.
The enjoyment is during the cook. That makes sense. I
Right.
don't know if that makes sense, but
No, yeah, and
No, it
yeah, I
does.
get it because the food at the end is still going to be good, but
yeah,
it's the whole process of getting there. Maybe
yeah,
that's what the involvement in actually cooking so much. Like you said, smoking, you put it on, you're basically just sitting
yeah,
there waiting, watching temperatures and checking this. But I mean, live fire, it just seems like you're
yeah,
constantly doing stuff, and it just seems
yeah.
so cool.
Yes, yeah, exactly like that. Again, smoking is also enjoyable, right? It's always a good time when you have a brisket on, right? It's always
I love
that
brisket.
feeling that it
Yeah.
feels good, right? Again, the smoking is also enjoyable, and the final result in open fire is also cool. But I mean, the main satisfactions, I think they're like that.
Yeah.
And what you say about staying around in open fire, that's yes, that's exactly right, but that doesn't mean you have to be stressed out, right? It's like, it doesn't mean, because a lot of people is, oh, you have to be on top, like, but it's cool to be chilling, right? You don't have to be. You have to
Oh,
be
yeah.
there because you can leave, because something can
Mm.
happen, right? Because you're open.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh,
I know I'd still be a nervous wreck just because I'd be so geeked up. I'd be so
yeah.
geeked up, Brian. I couldn't even tell you. I'd probably ruin everything, but it wouldn't even matter because I'd be having so
Well,
much fun.
but yeah, but you just said it before. You're the kind of guy that is perfect for open fire because you don't mind if you burn your food or you
Yeah.
overcook it. You're still gonna eat it.
Yeah.
We pay so much money when we go out to eat like food that is shit. And and if you buy a steak and you overcook it, you're still gonna eat it and you're gonna enjoy it. So that's another thing. A lot of people feel intimidated because it's like, that they don't know, and they say, what's the worst thing you can happen, right? Yes, you're gonna overcook it. That's the worst thing is gonna
Yeah.
happen, because if you undercook it, you put it again and you just keep cooking it, right?
Yeah.
So again, it's like, I would say people go there, burn stuff, have fun, enjoy,
Go there and
and
burn some.
learn.
Go stuff, burn stuff.
You can-
I mean, it's just
I
a whole.
can,
I just think it's a cool vibe. I
It
don't know what
is.
it is. I don't know
I
why,
can,
but it just
I
seems
can
to
say
me.
myself though, the steak, I think I got it nailed. Just saying.
Oh, who
All
did
right.
that, Brian? Did you get that at a restaurant?
Yeah, there's a
Dry.
restaurant, my restaurant out back here.
That's right. Dry. No. It's good. It's good.
Of a steak
It was
cook-off.
okay.
I mean, it wasn't 63rd, but. 63rd, but. 63rd, 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 63rd,
Dude, I'm telling you, I rocked that shed when I did that steak competition. I got 65 out of 87, dude. I mean, I never cooked a steak cook-off ever. And it's like they were I mean, this wasn't like this a steak cook-off here at the local suburbs. It was 87 of the best steak cookers in the world. And I stood toe to toe with them, throwing steak, throwing rub, flipping all over, and I got 67 out of 85. And I've never cooked before in my whole life. These guys are over there with thumb grinders and meticulously making sure everything's perfect, this and that. I mean, I got in there and battled away.
It's all them classes.
Took naps and everything. I even got naps in, Ryan. That's how confident I was.
We did.
Yeah. So, anyway.
All right, Al. I know you talked about rugby real quick, and we're over our hour here, but soccer or football?
Football, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what soccer is.
Messi? My
Food,
son's a huge Messi fan.
Food. Like, I'm gonna do this. Look,
Football.
Football. It's not food. Food is not football.
No, my son loves Argentina, and he's a huge Messi fan. So
yeah, same here. We love Messi, man. Messi is the best. He's a goat, but not only as a player, as a person. He's an example of he's everything that is correct and good is Messi. I love the guy.
I finally got to see him play when he came here to Chicago.
Oh, nice.
Cost me an arm and a leg, but
right.
We got to see him. So
did you see Mike Starr's comment there on the side there with the
what?
I was drinking bourbon at the bar when you were cooking steak at the shed.
That's right. That's probably the last thing he remembers too.
Right. Yes.
Ask him what happened in San Antonio on the NBBQA. Ask Mike later.
Oh, okay. It's one of those stories.
Yep.
So who's better, Pele or Messi?
Come on, dude. Really? Pele is like what? He was friends with Christopher Columbus, dude. What the hell?
I guess it's like asking like Jordan or LeBron. I mean,
I don't know. I just don't.
No, I don't know. I don't know. The debate is like Messi, Maradona, and Pelé. That's the debate, right?
Yeah.
Whatever this says Ronaldo, he doesn't understand what's football. But those are the three goals, and we have the honor that two of them are from Argentina, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
When you get a soccer move named after you, that's doing the Maradona.
Yeah.
So, well, Al, it was a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you for being here. We truly appreciate it.
Same, guys.
Yeah, Al, thank you very much. Hope to see you. Like I said, if you're in Chicago in the next couple of weeks or whatever,
I'll reach out.
Reach out and we'll hang out or whatever. You can come to the store. We don't have to see Ryan. That's never an important part of a visit. But Al, he's way out there in the sticks.
45 minutes away from you. What are you talking about? I mean,
there's still farm fields around where he's at. So that
45 minutes for Texas, 45 minutes is around the corner.
Right, that's around the corner. See, almost.
Almost.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for having me again.
Thanks for being on, Al. Thank you very much.
Night.
Bye.
Wow.
I really want to do that.
I love the knowledge of just learning all this new stuff. It's so nice.
I know. I just want to do the live fire cooking stuff. I got to find a way to get out to Hondo, Texas in November. I got to find a way to. Maybe I can make it really short. It's the drive getting there and then doing the stuff. But maybe I can find a way to make it short. Maybe I can find a way to do it without vacation pay. We'll see. Maybe I could do a GoFundMe, or maybe I could raise.
Do a GoFundMe.
GoFundMe so I can cook live fire. We sell enough
of these awesome shirts.
Start buying. It's all about the barbecue T-shirts. So Steve can go to
Texas,
Hondo, Texas. Actually, Steve and Ryan can go to Hondo, Texas. Yeah. I mean, Trisha will come.
Right.
Steph can come, and then they can hang out.
She had a hiccup. She had a hiccup fit the other day. I almost called you. It was pretty good. Anyway,
They can hang out in San Antonio, and we can drive out to Hondo.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
we'll figure it out.
what a great show again. I knew this would be a good show because I love the whole fly fire thing. And Al's a cool guy. He's got so much knowledge and everything. And, you know, I don't know anything about soccer, unfortunately. So I do know Messi. I know my son liked Messi, and I know Pele because Pele was big when I was a kid. But
yeah,
that's, I mean, there's bookends.
It's like talking like Jordan and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You know, it's like
I know. I just had to throw it out there because
you know, that's all you know. It's good.
That's all I know.
That's like me on the barbecue world. It's all good. That's what happens.
I do have to say, and like I've always said before, I love doing the shows. I appreciate everybody watching the stuff like that. As you can probably tell from it, I get just as geeked as you guys do. I mean, this is seeing some of the people that we get to talk to on these shows is just, I get blown away.
Yeah. The greatest show that nobody watches.
I get it. I don't, and we had the live Fire King on and we had like, I think like 7 or 8 views. 7 or 8 it's all in the rewind, everybody. It's all in the rewind. Please follow It's All About the Barbecue on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and same thing for Barbecue Blackstone and Beer. I thought of a new name, Ryan. Oh, yeah. I think we should combine, and it should be It's All About the Barbecue Blackstone and Beer.
I've said that a long time ago. I don't know about combining, but you're just trying to jump off my coattails and use my Rolodex, right? I see what it is.
Well, I don't want to abuse your contacts or anything.
Right. Well, never know. I need a smaller shirt, but anyways. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. We'll be back next Thursday, 7 p.m. Central.
Next Thursday, our guest right here on the big show, the Thursday night barbecue chat, will be Jamie Cooley from Townsend Spice. Ryan, he's got some things that you and I think, should think about.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I had to look at the calendar real quick because the July 3rd, I'm not going to be here. We might not have a show that day. It is 4th of July weekend, so.
Oh, I don't think. Well, let's look at the big show.
That's going to be rough because actually, I mean, we could talk about that offline. But July 3rd and July 10th, 2 weeks in a row, I won't be here.
Oh, well, I'll be here for July 10th. July 3rd, you're probably right. It is the holiday. There won't be a show on July 3rd. But as we got coming up here, we got Jamie Cooley next week. And then on June 12th, mark your calendar for anybody who's still watching this. We have on the one, the only 2025 Memphis and May Grand Champion, Heath Riles, will be right here on the big show.
Amazing.
And we might, God bless us, we might get 10 people watching that.
I'm sure.
Yeah. And then we got to get, actually, June, we got to go. We're doing all over. We got Heath Riles on the 12th. And then we got, and then we have Alan Smith for sure of Boar's Night Out. I may reach out for the 26th. I may reach out to Fred Rubles and see if he wants to come on for the 26th. It's the only day in June I have left.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Take care.
See you, everybody. Bye. Bye.
Thank you so much, guys. You've been absolutely amazing. Thank you. You guys are the best. Thank you so much.